What's going on, PW Beast? Hey, I did see the Smashing Machine this weekend. I did not do a review. This is going to be a review of the Smashing Machine, but also a top. We're talking about why The Rock has fallen so hard. Why is it rock bottom for The Rock, Dwayne Johnson? So I noticed that a couple years ago, and I said this. I said The Rock is everywhere and doing everything, and he's doing it for too long. The dude needs to take a deep breath and disappear for a minute. Is a reason why movie stars have hiatuses. Is a reason why music artist goes away for a little bit and then comes back. Taylor Swift goes away 5 years, come back, she's best-selling album. You miss them, all right? That's the kind of goal. But when you're everywhere, like The Rock was, it made him so popular. He was like the best actor in the world for a while. But then, not actor, not best actor, but he's like the most famous actor, let's say. But then overexposure, I think, was ultimately his downfall. And then when he starts making flops, or he didn't do well at the box office, you start seeing him stumble a bit. This dude was buying football leagues and making tequila and making Zoas. This dude was everywhere. And now he's not. So, and the thing is, I kind of like some of his movies. The Smashing Machine, it was kind of mid for me, right? It wasn't exactly a snore fest, but it wasn't a knock your freaking shorts off. The Smashing Machine, the first thing I gotta say is, why was this movie made? The Smashing Machine, Kerr was it Nick Kerr or not Nick Kerr? Mark Kerr. He didn't do nothing that big, in my opinion, to deserve The Rock's attention. Nothing against Kerr. I'm not saying what he did in his realm. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, when you embody certain figures, they do something remarkable, right? And then like actors will want to play them. Nothing against Kerr. I want that to be very specific. I know that he was one of the not founding, but he brought a lot of popularity to the sport of UFC, and the UFC is now a $1 billion company after it got sold to Paramount. So nothing against that, but I just feel like, why? Yeah, he had a drug in the movie. I don't know his personal life, but in the movie, he had this, I guess you could say battle with drugs, but in reality, it seemed like it was just pain, man. At least I think The Rock dialed it down. I don't know if he didn't have the range to do it, to be a complete, and I also don't know how you are on opioids. I don't know how that actually works. I don't know how you act as a person. But I didn't think The Rock played an addict very well. He kind of like just broke it out. He did it. However, it was really a touching scene that I thought that he did his best acting in, when he was in the hospital. But I just, at the end of the movie, I was like, why was this movie made? Like, he didn't end up, like, if he battled that, then came back, sure. Like, you can't say, but he had to battle the drugs. He had a harsh relationship with this girl. I have better arguments with my wife. Like, the arguments that they had was baby soft. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what? Come on now. Like, and unless he wasn't playing, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't feel it. I watched a lot of reviews, and they said that, you felt it when I didn't feel it. I felt like that their little arguments and their little powwows are just very baby soft. But in case, I just felt at the end of the movie, I was like, it just left me kind of feel like, what the heck what am I doing here? Like, I thought The Rock did fine. I didn't think the movie was bad. I just thought that at the end of the movie, it was like, well, why did I watch this? What? It didn't leave me with anything. So you can take that as a knock as you will. I do believe it deserves to be a little bit better than a flop. I think last I checked, it made $9 million on a $50 million budget. I think it's opening weekend. When I went to go see it, I was the only one in the theater. So take that for what you will. I didn't think The Rock did bad. I know that he's trying to. I hear he's trying to go for an Oscar here. It'd be nice to see The Rock get an Oscar and do things outside of action roles, but why? Just be The Rock. Who cares if you don't have the range or do things as like other people are doing. Just be The Rock. My thing is, be The Rock in the movies that people want you to do. Be The Rock in, like Jumanji. We love the Jumanji stuff for most of us, right? I actually didn't mind the little Santa Claus movie he did. I feel like there could have been better in certain aspects, but I thought he did a great job in Santa Claus movie. Like when he said, Nick, I just don't feel anymore. I just don't believe. I was like, dang, this is looking good. But anyways, I don't want to open old wounds. But the Smashing Machine could. I want to say it's a terrible movie. I don't want to say it's a great, fantastic Forrest Gump level movie. But at the end, I was like, why did I watch this? You know, you see other movies like what they did with the Serena Williams and the Williams sisters, right? The ending. Okay, this is bam. Now you got these tennis players, the legendary tennis players. You see what they came up to. Forrest Gump, bam. You see all the stuff he done. Now look at him. He's just the same well mannered person. You see all these reenactments of these people's careers, but I feel a lot of these guys had harsh stuff. Something bad happened. They had to overcome a lot of adversity. Nothing against Kerr. I just didn't feel like it was necessary. I think they did this because it was what The Rock could muster, what he could do. Out of all the things he could do, I feel like this is what The Rock felt comfortable doing. So, in any case, dang, I hope The Rock comes back. I hope he makes another blockbuster. I think he needs to jump. I think The Rock needs to stop doing things solo and he be the king of everything. He's controlling everything. I think he needs to get with a program, go back to the Fast series. That would be nice. And also stop being so hard to work with. I heard he's pretty hard. I heard he's a diva. He acts all nice and great on person, but I heard he's a little diva on set. So, yeah, take a chill pill and go into a movie where you're not the star. I'd like to see that, and you play a specific role, the action star, the Rock. I don't know if I did it right. Anyways, Peter, I'll be beast.